Hey guys, Leo with Bass and Beef Fishing. Today I'm going to talk about my new Fish Finder chart plotter combo unit that I picked up just this last week, because I know this is new to the market and I know a lot of guys are looking to see kind of how it functions and what's new about it and what kind of features come with it. So this is the Lowrance Elite 7 HDI unit. It kind of combines some of the features from the higher end models with the HDS models with the Elite series options. It has a wider screen. Obviously, one of the biggest first things you're going to notice about it. And before I start, I want to say I haven't had it on the water yet. I have it on the water in about a month or so. Everything's frozen up here, but this is kind of just a first impressions video, and I know it's new to the market right now, so I'd like to get the video out and just show you guys kind of how the interface works and going through the menus and stuff. So you fire it up. And one thing I've noticed is it seems to take, 30 seconds or so to boot it up. Kind of longer than usual, but other than that, once it's going, you don't obviously notice anything like that. That was just kind of one of the first things I noticed. So I'll show you off the bat here. I'll get into simulating mode just so that you can see how all the different options operate. This unit comes, the HDI combo unit, which I think is going to be probably the most popular, comes with the GPS chart plotter unit over here, and it comes with sonar and downscan imaging, or DSI. So right off the bat, what are some of the first things you really want to notice? The interface to change the pages is just super convenient. This is going to be one of the biggest things for me. Is it's super easy to change from. As you can see here, I've got all three options on one. The GPS is over here. The DSI is down here, and your 2D sonar is up here. Now, so one of the easiest things that I noticed right off the bat is just how easy it is to change pages. Here you got sonar and DSI at the same time. You've got GPS, DSI. You've got GPS sonar. You've got GPS by themselves. You've got sonar by itself. You've got DSI by itself, and then you've also got the compass heading navigation thing by itself. But just the ease in which it is to switch between pages right off the bat is what caught my eye and really impressed me. Some of the other options that I really like about it, this is the 83/200 kilohertz transducer, or that's the transducer I got with this unit. That's for most, I think it's up to 1,000 feet or something, that they say you can use that transducer. They also have a 50/200 kilohertz, which is for deeper water than that. But for obviously freshwater use, this is the one to get. It has, obviously, you can insert your Navionics chip here, which I've got the US Premium Hot Maps chip. And one thing that really impressed me is just how fast you put the chip in and how fast it almost simultaneously loads the maps up, which is great. The menu system is kind of the standard Lowrance menu, but God, is it handy. It seems to be a little bit more user-friendly than anything I've used before, which is great. I really like it so far. One of the biggest other options I wanted to show, besides the fact that you can pretty much adjust the screen panel sizes to whatever you want. So you hit pages, you hit menu, and you can switch if you want them all side by side here. You can do that. So you line them up three down the middle like that, or you can put them like I had it, have it over the top like that, and you can adjust all the sizes. So if you want the GPS smaller, you can move this over and make those bigger, and back and forth, vice versa, which is really nice. You can really customize what you want, and obviously, as always, you can overlay it with whatever you want: time, speed, depth, all that good stuff can get put over the top as well, and pretty much wherever you want it. One of the biggest things that I've noticed so far that is going to be handy, I think, and one of the big advantages to this unit over the previous Elite units is you get downscan and sonar in the same bundle. This is important to me because before I wanted to step up and spend $2,000 on an HDS model where you get your structure scan, your side scan, I wanted to try out downscan because I feel like, I might not need to spend the extra money to get the structure scan, and downscan might just do the job for me, do what I needed to do just fine. So I saved the money and I decided to go with this unit, And one of the handiest things about this is it bundles your downscan and your sonar all into one transducer. So you still have a basic transducer that's only, you know, this big, a puck that mounts on the transom of your boat, or your trolling motor, and that's all you really need. And one of the biggest advantages to having both of these sonar types or structure viewing types on your locator is the fact that you can overlay the downscan onto the sonar. So to do that, you're going to go into your menu, you're going to go to sonar, and you're going to go down to downscan overlay here. Check that box. Alright, so now what you have, as you can see, is the downscan is overlaid on top of the sonar. Now I think this is going to be a big improvement, because as you can see, when you're looking on the sonar, it's easy to see fish because they're arches. But it's harder to tell structure on the sonar, because when it gets down close to the bottom, it's hard to tell if it's an arch or if it's just a mound of a stump or a rock or something like that. Whereas on the downscan, it's easy to see structure. It's well defined. If it's a tree, it looks just like a tree. But it's hard to see fish because they're just kind of dots. So when you overlay them, you get the best of both worlds. And you can go to your pages and cycle over to the sonar here. And you can basically get downscan and sonar all in one go when you're looking at this one page. So you can see if it's a tree, it's going to look like a tree, and if it's a fish, it's going to have an arch behind it, so you know it's a fish. And I think this is going to be big. You know, I predict that I'm going to be using this a lot, and I'm sure a lot of guys are going to get good at reading this, and it's going to become one of the standards in the industry. So those are just my first impressions. Are the processor seems to be faster than the Elite 5. The downscan overlay is going to be big. The GPS seems to update quicker than previous GPSs, which I think is going to be nice. The screen is great. It's a 800 by 480 pixel high def screen that seems like it's going to be able to handle all of your applications at one time, which is going to be nice. You can sit, and I think I'm going to end up using this page the most, where you can get all three at one time. I think that's just going to be big, because you can be looking, you know, marking your waypoints and checking structure all at the same time. It also offers a lot of features having to do with tracking with trackback in the sonar. So I won't go too into depth about this because I really haven't used it yet, and I don't want to make any assumptions. But from what I understand, you can select the cursor and scroll back in your sonar here. And let's say you want to mark this bait cloud right here. So then you hit enter and you mark your waypoint, and that will show up back on your trail wherever it was. So you don't have to drive back and search for this bait ball again or that piece of structure again. And when you're all done, you just hit menu, exit cursor, and you're back rolling up in the front of the right present picture there. So I haven't used it on the water yet, but just as my first impression, the unit seems to be pretty high quality, and it seems to fit that kind of niche price point that was lacking for a while. So I'll be sure to make a full review once I've had some seat time behind it, and once I've fished with it for a week or so, and I'll post up another video just showing, on the water, a lot of the features on the water and how they perform in the real world. So hope this helps if you guys are on the fence about making a decision about a new locator or GPS plotter. And as always, have a good one.